guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is your 2025 Love Tarot forecast. So we're taking a look at the year ahead. It is more of a predictive reading. I don't do a lot of those, but this is that one time of year that I do. So I'm going to jump in with Prairie Majesty Oracle. This deck gives you a word for the year, a totem, and a question to ponder. So you want to carry this with you. You might want to write it on a sticky note, stick it in your wallet, put it somewhere important, look at it frequently. Your word is dabble. Your totem is the mallard duck, and your question to ponder is, what would help me feel safe in opening up? Perfect for Taurians. What would help me feel safe in opening up? Dabble. You're gonna dabble, right? With the mallard, all the activity is below the surface, right? When you see the mallard, they look like they're gliding on ice, right? The water, nary a ripple in the water. All that activity is below the surface. And I love the word dabble. We're going to dabble here, we're going to dabble there. But I love the question to ponder, what would help me feel safe in opening up? Let's dabble in the thoughts of that, shall we? So the spread I'm using for you, we're going to look at something that you need to release that you really don't want to bring forward with you into the new year. A card that will speak to the energy, overall energy of the year in matters of the heart. It's a love tarot reading. What is coming toward you? Something coming toward you in 2025 that you can't see. Something that you actively need to explore. A big-ass lesson you might learn in 2025. And then what's available to you in your next highest timeline. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. If you're a cross-watcher, that's fine. No problem. This is one of those readings, though, that I'm not so sure that it works in the reverse. It could for some of you, but that's not the intention that I'm setting here. Okay. Wow. Yes. Something big happened here. Whatever it is that isn't sustainable, or whatever it is that fell apart, broke down, pulled the rug out from under you, that's what we're releasing. Boom, we're letting it go. Yes, so this is a year that is going to be spent focusing on the release of it, the letting go of it, the unburdening of yourself, of all the pressure, of everything that's been weighing you down, so you can feel safe in opening up. Yes, something coming towards you that you cannot see, past life soulmate energy, something for you to explore actively. Beautiful. Judgment is about forgiveness. It is about answering the call here. It is about an awakening, perhaps. You may have spiritual awakening in 2025. Big lesson in 2025. Lots of options. It can also be about sorting through some emotional overwhelm and confusion bit by bit. If I'm looking at this, right, we're parting with something that was a big, like a game changer, right? Very big. Maybe it was beyond your control, but it seems dramatic. And now you're going to have a lot of relief, whether you wanted it or not. That is going to be the end result. Something beautiful coming your way as you explore this spiritual awakening, or the second chances that will be afforded you for life, for love, for happiness, and you answer that call. There may be a lesson may be about how to process the emotions, how to work through the overwhelm, how to kind of clear your path. Seven of Cups can also talk about, I'm just giving you all the things to think about. I'll get clarifiers. Can talk about illusions and fantasy too. So I just want to stick a pin in that, right? Because there might have been some things that happened here where maybe there were red flags that you missed. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so that might not resonate for everybody. In your next highest timeline, what is available to you? Yeah, it's a big ass world out there. What do you want? In a world of possibilities, a limitless horizon before you, what do you want? What path is likely to get you there? And then what will you need to set in motion so that it arrives? The next card out would be the Three of Wands, which is the ships coming in card. So I feel you're embarking on a whole new journey here for many of you. So that is our plan here. Let's jump in. Tower. Yep. This, and let me toggle with my lights a little bit here. I got some, the sun's moving, so it looks like that's a stairway to heaven. Just so you know, for some of you, you may be, this may be a relationship that ended and you're finding yourself on your own. For others of you, you've had a tower moment within a connection. For others of you, you know, you're aspiring for something brand new. So whatever your situation is, no worries. In the extended, I do a romance reading. 2 spreads. We look, is somebody coming back from the past, or is somebody brand new coming on your path? And the brand new person could be somebody that you know, but that you've not been romantically involved with. So stick a pin in it. Okay, so what are we releasing here? This unfolded over a long time. Lots of shadow, lots of control dynamics, maybe some manipulation. You have a lot of unanswered questions, and you know what? They may never get answered. Gotta let it go. Some things are, you know, not ours to always understand or get closure around even. So I feel like because this has been a long time playing out, this could be a pattern that has unfolded over time. Sometimes the devil has a repeating pattern. It's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is very cyclical. Queen of Swords, you beseeching with this person, like, you know, what, help me understand, and there's no understanding it. So this is the time to let it go. The whole year for you, 10 of Wands, is the offloading of the negative karma. Hello, negative karma. That is the meaning of this card, or one of them. It has been a mighty burden, and this will be the year of the unburdening. Write that down. The year of your unburdening. I just said Saturn, right? This is Saturn, the world. Damn, this is so spot on. And it's about closing out a difficult cycle so you can have a brand new cycle and you don't have to repeat the lesson anymore. This is Saturn patting you on the back saying, okay, we're good. You learned it. Now move on. Yes, a restoration of some fairness, some balance in your life. Oh, okay. And the Page of Swords coming in. I like it, from the bottom of the deck. Interesting. You're still going to have some curiosity. I notice that the Queen and the Page of Swords from the bottom, for those who are new, the cards from the bottom of the deck are what you can't see because it's either in your unconscious awareness or playing out behind the scenes. Either way, you can't see it, but I like to kind of give you a sneak peek of what's going on there. And the Page of Swords is just like, yeah, curiosity of what's next, right? Okay, I'm getting my sea legs. I feel like some balance coming back, some harmony, some peace. The load is lightening. There's something new happening. I'm feeling a little liberated. That's another message of the World card. Saturn used to rule Aquarius, which is very freedom loving. So there's some kind of like curiosity that will rise up within you of, now I'm excited to know what's happening next. And then we have something coming towards you you can't see, which is this beautiful Six of Cups. Oh, yeah. This may be someone you know. a friend, maybe a childhood friend or a high school friend or a college, somebody you know, because I feel like you manifest it. This is just as you get single, just as you kind of like let it slip, right? You put it out there. Someone comes in, someone who's loved you, but you may not have ever known that, or not. Maybe you didn't. Maybe there was something in your. This Six of Cups is like past life soulmate energy, but it can also be just talking about the comfort you feel. Like this is someone you have familiarity with, but maybe not a romantic attachment to, or maybe a past long time ago attachment to, but they love you. There's feelings there. I'm just saying. And that's why you need to explore this. Do you have room for second chances? Right? This is like an awakening card. It can be a card of forgiveness too, because in order to be open to receiving what's coming toward you, you have to be able to forgive what you've just gone through, so you can properly release it. Right? And you don't have to do the forgiveness face to face. This is an energy thing. So this is a card of like, yes, I make peace with it. I make peace with it, and I forgive it, and I release it, so that I am also absolved of all of it. And so that I can be born anew to receive a second chance at life, at love, at happiness that I deserve. Three of... Oh my gosh. I just got a chill. Wow. Kind of, you're exploring the second chances at, right, going back to sort of the basics of building a solid foundation in relationship where you're on the same page at the same time with someone who wants what you want in a committed relationship. And that you're willing to kind of take it as it comes. Be in that energy of self-control and restraint, going with the flow. Temperance is of the higher mind. It's a very spiritual card. It's sort of like, I don't need to push. I just need to be in the experience of, right? In the experience of my feelings, one foot in the water, but also grounded in the reality of what it is that I'm experiencing in this moment, one foot on the ground, and staying in the flow of it, the two chalices constantly moving the water back and forth, marking time, right? It's sort of almost mesmerizing. And it's just this beautiful energy that you're exploring, what it might feel like to be in that flow of something that's building itself gradually, cooperatively. Three of Pentacles. I'm invested. You're invested. We're working with the Trinity, you, your beloved, or this new person, and spirit, right? Coming in and blessing this as you build it from the ground up, instead of things that are good being constantly torn down. Because that's not how it's supposed to feel. So that's what you're exploring, and you're doing it with no sense of push or urgency. And now in the big lesson, we have this Seven of Cups. Five of Cups, Five of Wands, Hanged Man. So your big lesson is mostly about the retrospective. Because we have the Five of Cups, which looks backwards into the past, and we have the Hanged Man from the bottom of the deck, which is a perspective card, like the 30,000 foot view. So from this, and it's spiritual because it's Neptune. So from that 30,000 foot view, from that lofty perch, your big lesson is, like life review. Like, look at this and tell me what that really is about. All the chaos, all the conflict, all the disappointment, all the despair, all the confusion, all the mixed messages, all that time, all that pain, all the places you went in your mind, right? What's this say? What would help me feel safe in opening up? Well, no wonder you don't feel safe in opening up, because this has been your experience. So the Hanged Man doing a lot of heavy lifting here from the bottom of the deck, really calling for you to evaluate what this relationship dynamic that was and has been for a long time, Seven of Pentacles, how it has distorted your perception of relationship. Because you are about to embark on a brand new path and a new journey with someone who has a deep reservoir of emotion, of feelings, of emotional maturity, of emotional availability. And you are being asked to explore your openness and awakening to what it takes to build a relationship proper from the ground up. The kind that can go the distance. Okay? And that it takes time. And that it shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't feel like purgatory. So I feel the big lesson is more about your perception of and your perspective on what has been, so that as you embark on the new path, you can fully clear the one you just walked. And how much of it was partly maybe, staying hooked into some fantasy of what could be, instead of being single-minded as to what really was. It's a fair question. Because I'm seeing a lot of chaos. So these 2 5s, man, it's been brutal. So that's your big lesson, is the look back, the review, and the shift in perspective that's going to be needed so that you can prepare for your next highest timeline. 2 of Wands. Right. Because we need you to not operate from fear of getting hurt. Because in your next highest timeline, it's all in your hands. And the only thing that can hurt you is your fear, is you operating from fear instead of intuition. The moon is our emotional regulatory system, right? And that's sort of what helps us, use our intuition as a navigation tool. And underneath is the King of Swords. The King of Swords wants to, in its highest vibration, wants to do the right thing. King of Swords can be an energy of honor, integrity, like sort of operates from a higher purpose. So if that's what you want, and if that's something that's important to you, because notice it's from the bottom of the deck, so 2 things are possible here. That's something that you're holding, like, yes, in a world of possibilities, I want someone with honor and integrity and who wants to do right by me, but I'm afraid I won't have it. I'm afraid I can't have nice things. I'm afraid I'll only get hurt. So either that's the possibility, or this King of Cups person is maybe someone who doesn't really communicate a lot. And so remember I said the other option for the cards on the bottom of the deck is that it's playing out behind the scenes. It could be that this is someone who isn't very communicative. And I don't mean that they don't talk, but that they're not overflowing with emotional verbiage. Very common in both these two, right? So for example, King of Wands. Oh, they'll tell you what they're thinking and feeling all the time. Even King of Pentacles has a lot of opinions, has a lot to say, very demonstrative, very take charge. Interestingly enough, King of Cups, lots of feelings. Feelings run deep, but so do still waters. King of Swords, less is more. Strategy minded. And they don't give up their strategies to no damn buddy. So you got two kings here that are notoriously sparse communicators. So that may be another factor here, is that the fact that you kind of might need to pull some things out of them gets your insecurities up and your fears going, and some worries about getting hurt. So either way, whether it's something that you want but you're afraid you can't have it and you'll only get hurt, this is what's available to you in your next highest timeline, is choosing of the path. And you have to choose it from a place where you believe that you are worthy of it. Okay? So when I say what's available to you in your next highest timeline, I'm not sending you a message of what's available to you in your next highest timeline is pain. No, that's not the way it works. That would be in a lower timeline, okay? Or in the timeline you're already in. The construct of a higher timeline is ascension. You don't ascend into pain. That's just how it doesn't work that way. So what I'm trying to say here is you need to choose the path that you feel you deserve, and don't operate from fear of getting hurt, right? So we want the Three of Swords reversed, where you're trusting your intuition and using your emotions to guide your intuition towards the path that you believe you are worthy of someone who sees your worth and value. There you go. So that's what we have for this part of the reading. I'll give you the astrology in a second. But if you've been enjoying this spread, if you're enjoying my approach to readings and you're new, or you've been watching for a little while and you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That is my request. It's helping me grow the channel, build the channel, and you know that I love you and that I come here to help you and guide you, and the love I ask for back is always just subscribe. That's that. And then there is a link below. There are a couple links. So the first one is the membership link. If you want to be a member, you get more than just one extended. So read that so you know what's available there. But the second link is just for this extended, one and done. And if you want a private reading, though, that link is also, you have to scroll just a little bit. It will take you to my booking page. The extended, as I said, is the romance reading. Is someone coming back from the past, or someone new being put on your path, even if it's someone that you already know but have not been romantically linked to, or at least not for a very long time, right? Like maybe like kindergarten. So I'm just looking at this part here, and it feels like this is someone who's familiar to you that maybe you don't know has very deep feelings for you. All right, so that's what we're going to do in the extended. Links are below. Here is your astrology. Mars here rules Aries. We have Capricorn associated with the devil, Libra, Queen of Swords. The World card is Saturn, Capricorn and Aquarius. Justice is Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and our Page of Swords. The Magician is Mercury, which is retrograde right now, Virgo and Gemini, Virgo in the Nine of Pentacles, Scorpio in our King of Cups. More Scorpio here in the Judgment card, because Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. Taurus, hello, in the Hierophant. Temperance is Sagittarius. We're in Sag season as I record this. Hanged Man is Neptune, which rules Pisces. Pisces in the Moon card, and Aquarius in our King of Swords. And again, I love your oracle. Double Mallard, what would help me feel safe in opening up? That's what I have for you. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.